Hello student. Today we will learn pharmaceutical jurisprudence and the topic would be Poison Act 1919 which has been amended in the year 1958. The an act which consolidate and amend the law regulating the importation, possession and sale of the poisons. This law is altogether related with importation, possession and sale of the poison. Under this subject, these are the topics which we will cover: introduction, objective, import of poison, possessions and possession of sale of any poison, list of poisonous substances, and issue of warrant. Now, if we'll say what is the introduction of Poison Act is like it has been passed on 3rd September 1990 with a view to control the import, possession, and sale of poisons. The Act extends to the whole of India except the state of Jammu and Kashmir, where only certain provisions related to the importation of specified poisons into are applicable. The objective of Poison Act were to regulate and to import, possession and sale of poisons. Central government regulates import, so making government the state governments were working under the guideline of central governments. State governments regulates possession of sale and sale poison under the guideline of central government. Also, the inspection and examination of any such poison possessed by a vendor for sale is to be examined by state government. The poison in the record maintained for their sale are subject to inspection by the person authorized in his behalf by the state governments. The state governments are also empowered to regulate the possession of any specified poison in any local areas. These were the objective of making Poison Act. What is called import of poison? The import of poison is permitted if we are importing from some other country. We are purchasing from some other countries called import. So the import of poison is permitted only by person to have been granted license for the purpose by the central government. Such persons may import poison across one of the defined custom frontiers and in accordance with the condition of the license. Power of the state government may by rule regulate within the whole and any part of the territories under its administration the possession for sale and the sale, whether wholesale or retail, for any specified poison is specified. These were the work which were governed by the state government under the Poison Act, and the state government has been empowered to look after these things. Possession for sale and sale of any poison for this work, the state government has been empowered to see the followings: that the grant of license and fixing of fees, classes of persons to whom license is granted, the maximum quantity of poison sold to any person, the maintenance of register for sale of poison, the safe custody and the labeling of the poisonous substances, inspection and examination of poison possessed for sale. Also, possession of any poison. Under this, the state government were used to check whether the poisonous substances is for any use for murder or poisoning cattle. In case breaking of this rule, punishable with imprisonment of 1 year or fine of 1,000 rupees, or both can be implemented. Import of poison allow under specific conditions of license. Central government regulates grant of such license. The inspection examination of any such poison possessed by a vendor for sale is also to be governed by state government. The poisons and the record maintained for their sale are subject to inspection by person authorized in this behalf by the state governments. The state governments are also empowered to regulate the possession of any specified poison in the local area. These are the work under Poison Act from state government is regulated. So power of the state government to regulate possession for sale and the sale of any poison as under the, the particular, in particular, and without prejudice to the generality of the foregoing power, such rules may provide for these following points. The grant of licenses to possess any specified poison for sale, wholesale or retail, and fixing of the fee, if any, to be charged for such licenses. The classes of persons to whom alone such licenses may be granted. The classes of persons to whom alone any such poison may be sold. The maximum quantity of any such poison which may be sold to any one person. The maintenance of any vendors of any such poison of registers of sales. The particulars to be entered in such registers, and the inspection of the same is to be carried out. The safe custody of such poisons, and the labeling of the vessels, packages, and coverings in which any such poison is sold or possessed for sale, and the inspection and examination of any such poison when possessed for sale by any such vendors is to be looked after. The offenses and penalties under this heading will come to know that penalty for unlawful importation, possession for sale, and sale of any poison. Under this heading, the unlawful possession for sale of poison, importation without license, and breach of condition of license will come under the offenses, and the punishment would be like imprisonment of 3 months or fine of rupees 500, or maybe both on the attempt of first conviction, imprisonment of 6 months or fine of rupees 1000, or maybe both on the second or subsequent conviction, or poison along with vessel is confiscated. Any poison in respect of which an offense has been committed under this section, together with the vessel, package, and coverings in which the same is found, shall be liable to confiscated. The substances which are listed under the poisonous substance of list A and list B. Under the list A, the substances is called aconite, arsenic, coca, digitalis, and lead. Whereas in list B, essential oils of almonds, chloroform, carbolic acid, all oxides of mercury, sulfonal, and zinc chlorides, etc. are included. The issue of warrant in case of breach of law. The power to issue such warrants has been given to the district magistrate, the subdivisional magistrate, and the commissioner of police. May issue a warrant for the search of any place in which he has reason to believe or to suspect that any poison is possessed or sold in contravention of this act, or any rule thereunder, or that any poison liable to confiscation under this act is kept or concealed. Second, the person to whom the warrant is directed may enter and search the place in accordance therewith, and the provision of the 6th Code of Criminal Procedure of 1898 relating to search warrant shall, as far as may be deemed to apply to the execution of the warrant. Thank you.